How do you determine a yes or a no, or if you should or shouldn't do something if you're overwhelmed, anxious, or stressed out? If you want to know how to do that, I'm going to give you three tools in this video to teach you how to know if the yes or the no is right for you, whether you're anxious or fearful or whatever. And it's going to be wonderful. So stick around for our three tips. My name is Leslie Urbis. I'm a registered dietitian, a personal trainer, and a nervous system expert. And I am here today to help you with just that. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get our bodies out of the overwhelm, anxiety, or stress, which some people are like, if I knew how to do that, then I'd be able to do it. Okay. But it's actually a lot easier than we think it is in terms of like just letting the body know, like, oh, okay, we're actually safe. Okay. So I do this simple technique with most people whenever you do any sort of call with me. Okay. So all I want you to do right at this second is to feel your butt sitting in the chair or couch or bed or whatever, feet on the floor. Maybe if you're driving, you're in a car chair, whatever. Whatever you're doing, you are somehow connected to gravity at this point. So I want you to feel that. Okay. So, like, if I've got my feet on the ground, I'll be like, okay, there's my heel and the ball of my foot and my toes. Okay. And there's my other heel and my ball of my foot and my toes. Right. Okay. And then, like, if it's my butt, I'll be like, okay, am I sitting right? How's my butt feeling? Right. Okay. Really think about it, or both. Okay. So I have now drawn my attention to my toes, the balls of my feet, my heels, my butt, maybe even my thighs. Maybe if I'm laying down, maybe I'm adjusting something. Maybe if you're like most girls, you're like, I'm going to adjust my clothes. Okay. Whatever it might be. That in and of itself is a stress come down, okay? Because you can't do that if there's a tiger in the woods right next to you, about to get you. There's no way possible you can do that, okay? But I want to go one more layer deeper for this purpose. You're not only going to feel that on the ground, I want you to literally look out into your world while bringing your eyes to calmness in your head. So most of the time we like dart our eyes out, we're like looking for things. Okay. But what I want you to do is just rest your eyes. Okay. Rest your eyes in terms of like, okay, they're resting in my head. And what do I see? I see a water bottle. I see an iPad. I see a pillow. I see pens. What do you see? Okay. And just really bring that into your reality. Try to put them together. I feel my feet on the ground. I feel my toes and the ball of my foot. And I see this beautiful tree outside. It's a beautiful day. Okay. So what we did there was calm the body. It is step number one to knowing what you want. So if you're anything like me, or if you've read my content, I'll be like, feel what it feels like in your body. Well, most of the time, that's really hard for us. Like, what does it feel? Okay, follow your intuition. Go with the gut feeling. That's like, I don't know what my gut even feels like. So that's part of the problem. We don't really know what is our yes, what is our no, what someone else's yes, what someone else's no, because we've been overriding ourselves and pushing ourselves drastically our whole life. And so, what we just did, this one simple exercise, which I would encourage you to do over and over, allows you to come out of I'm making a decision from fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Okay. Because, like I said, we go into fight, flight, freeze, fawn when there's a tiger in the woods, aka it could be our phone, okay? It could literally be our phone and a notification on our phone that is now the tiger, okay? So we used to have like real tigers, and now it's just everything. It's like, oh my God, I forgot to get to that thing. That needs to be organized. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, right? So we go down the long list of things that we could need to do. But the good news is that what you just did helped you come back to normal, okay? So anytime that you start to feel the flight, fright, or freeze again, you can do this activity. I feel my feet on the ground. I feel the butt in the chair, and really focus on those things. I see whatever I see. Sometimes I'll have my kids name five things they see when they get activated. Okay. So this is piece number one to you actually understanding. Okay. Because when our nervous system has been in doing it all mode, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to take care of this. Everything feels urgent. Everything feels like it must be done now, and it is louder and louder and louder. So when someone says, feel into it, you're like, feel what? Feel what? Now, it doesn't mean you're disconnected from yourself. It just means that we've got to bring the system down, which is what we just did. Okay. So I want to give you those three exercises now of how to know if something's right for you or not. Okay. I used to tell people this around food. Okay. So we're going to start with something neutral. We're going to make it food. Okay. Now I want you right now to imagine not an apple, but a salad. Okay. Not about the salad being good or the salad being bad. It's just a salad. It's just a salad right in front of you. Okay. Now I want you to notice your body, noting that if you like salad, you'll probably go towards the salad or you're softened. You'll be like, oh, I want to eat that. I want to eat the salad, right? Or does it go, no, I don't want the salad. Right? Okay. What is your body doing? Does it lean in? Does it pull back? Does it open up? Does it feel neutral? Does it feel tight? What's really going on? Okay. A yes normally feels like open. Okay. So what we could do is we could ask ourselves a question around that, around a food that we love. Okay. And that will teach us a really easy symptom, right? Okay. So when I'm like, do you want pizza? Maybe you love pizza. You're like, yeah. Okay. We lean in. Normally it's not like, yeah. No, like we're like, yes. Okay. So when you're choosing, should I do this program? Should I do this thing? Should I do the come back to yourself call Leslie's hosting again in a few days? Should I do this? That's the question. It's like, do you want the knowledge? Do you want the information? If you lean in or your body softens or you feel a release, that's your body telling you yes. If you feel tightness, resistance, or anything, it's like a no. Okay. But here's the thing that I feel like we often miss. There's a no, like a hard no, and then there's a not right now. Okay. So what I want you to think about is like you get invited to a party tonight. Okay. A no feels firm, like absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Okay. And not right now feels more like, I don't know. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. It's like, ugh, right? So there's resistance, there's might be a little hesitance, but it's not like a no, right? So I think that this is key to then noting as part of the, is this a no or is this a not right now? Okay. So when somebody gives you the question, like, hey, are you coming to the Come Back to Yourself call on this Thursday? Because it's going to be really awesome. And you're like, oh, no. Solid no, then it's a no. But it's like, I mean, I want to, but like it sounds like a lot, and it's like gonna give me some tips to do, and that sounds whatever. That's maybe a not right now, or it can be a lean in as we're gonna get to this next test. Okay. So now I want you to try this with the question. Okay. Leslie's hosting a Come Back to Yourself call this Thursday. It's going to help me ease my anxiety. It's going to help me digest easier. It's going to help me feel better in my body. It's going to help me feel like myself. It's going to help me sleep better. I'm going to learn tools. I'm going to be able to have it for life. I get the replay for life. Nothing changes. I automatically get this. Okay. If that is the case, okay, if that's the case and you really want this, your body's going to lean in. It's going to soften. It's going to be like, oh, I want that. I want to feel better digesting. I want to ease anxiety. I want to make it feel better every day. I want to feel like myself again. When you feel like that, breathing deeper, your jaw unclenches, your body leans forward, it's reminding you that this is what your body wants. And sometimes we have to listen to the body over the brain because the body is actually communicating 80% versus the brain is only being able to communicate 20% to the body. And so what I want you to know is that we talk about this in the call. So come to the Come Back to You call where we're going to dive deep into that. But you don't have to decide anything right now. I wanted you to have these tips. So if you're watching this and it's after Thursday, or you're like, is it this Thursday or what Thursday? Please note the link below will always work. There's always another call coming. And if you've just missed it, there is always a replay for you to be had right ASAP. So the moment you sign up, you will get the replay, you will get the next call. You are solidly good to go. And I look forward to seeing you in that call as well. But I hope this helped you learn how you can feel into your body. So just to recap, First, we have to make the system come down, which is what we did through feeling our feet and our butt and seeing our vision. Okay. The next thing we have to do is ask ourselves what it feels like in our body to be a yes versus being a no, right? And so we've got our yes, right? Like, yes, I want the salad. Yes, I want the pizza. Yes, I want something super simple to do with food because it's easy. Okay. And then we've got our no, hard no. I'm not doing that. No. Typically like that, it's like no, right? We step back. Okay. And then there's like the not right now, which is kind of like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know." Okay. Which could mean like a not right now. It could mean I need to de-stress myself more with the tools in the beginning to come to my source, or it could be in the future. So if you're struggling with yes, no, not right now, those are the keys to get you there. Okay. And then, of course, bringing that into the question and the decision that you're having. Okay. Intuition is not loud. Our guides are not loud. The people that are here to help us are not loud. The voices that are loud in our head are typically, not actually the voice that is telling us the truth some of the times. Okay. But we'll talk about all that and stuff like that. So you don't need to decide anything right now. It's really just, if you feel like it, bump on in. I'll see you on the Come Back to Yourself call. Bye for now.